Okay, so here we are again.
Here we are.
New location, podcast 21.
Podcast 21. You got the blackjack number of podcasts, Seth.
I love it. I'm all about Vegas and blackjack. So
Yeah, what does that mean?
that means you win.
That means you
Win.
should.
So what did I win, boys?
You should go gamble.
Oh, we should go.
Vegas trip?
I heard
Today-
Vegas trip.
A Zero Doubt Club Vegas trip?
Today is a winning day for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, I saw a bunch of videos and stuff on social of people that went out to Vegas to see the first weekend of NFL and stuff on the outdoor pools. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, like Vegas right now. COVID doesn't exist there. It's a whole new world. You do whatever you want to do. You know.
Right. So, we are here with Seth Young, who I've known personally for a long time, and he's been training with Zero Doubt Club for how many months now?
I don't know. Early.
How long's it been, sunshine?
Feels like a lifetime.
Really? Yeah.
Sometime I think early April.
Early April. So April, May, June, July, August, September. So
6
5,
months.
almost coming up.
Almost
on
coming
6.
up on half a year.
Half a year.
Right.
How you feeling?
It feels like almost a year. No, it's
A year in results, you mean?
exactly.
A year in compliments.
Absolutely. You're in compliments, you know. What fun part is that I gotta buy all new clothes. So, you know.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What specifically? What was your size clothes and what are you now buying?
So I was always like wearing like a medium or a large size shirt. Pants haven't really changed, but I was like getting on that edge where like my 34 waisted pants and shorts and jeans were like getting a little tight. But now it's like they're perfect again, or they're a little loose, which is cool. But
Right.
like those medium-sized shirts, I can't even put on. Like I've got all these button-downs, like got these nice like shirts that I used to wear when we all dressed nicer to go to work.
Right.
And sport coats and suits, and none of my button-downs fit me. So, which not because of a bad thing, but because of a good thing. My body has changed. My shoulders have gotten bigger.
Right. So are you still a medium? You went to small?
I'm
Or
all
you went up to large?
up to larges.
Up to larges. Wow.
Mhm. We got gains.
Yeah.
Good gains.
Good gains. Yeah, you're definitely looking good, man. Your arms look great. Your shoulders. It's amazing.
It's funny. Everyone goes to a trainer, goes to a gym, does things for a reason. I'm like the anti-anomaly, I guess, because my friends all make fun of me and they joke because I was the guy that I race sailboats, I ski, I've always been active. COVID kind of did a change where I wasn't able to be as active as I usually was, and exercise, going to a gym was not part of my life.
Routine, right?
It wasn't part of anything I wanted to be a part of or do.
You never trained before? Like
Never.
weight training?
Never. I would say a couple times I've been in a gym in my life before starting with this. So
Wow, that's amazing.
yeah, for me it was pretty simple. Over spring break in March we were in Florida and looking at pictures on the way home with my wife, and I'm like, is that me?
Right.
And she goes,
Dad bod, right?
it was a dad bod. I had like big man boobs, and like I looked at it and made a joke like, I think I need to get a bra. Like seriously, I'm like, what the hell happened to me?
So was it like that? Like all of a sudden you wake up and you're like, what the hell happened to me? Or did you start seeing that over the past like 2, 3, 4, 5 years, slowly?
I would say it's probably been more over the last year and a half, and then I kind of had that moment where I think the combination of it just kind of hit. I'm not sure it was necessary, not really eating changes or drinking changes or life changes. I just think I wasn't as active as I previously was, or just getting older. I turned 40 in June, and I'm coming up like, I'm gonna be 40. I don't want to look at this. Like, I gotta do better. I have 3 kids. My twins were born prematurely 5 years ago. And from there, life was about just getting through each day, making sure they were healthy, making sure my daughter had her thing, making sure my wife and I had a marriage, and life was just going. It was like I wasn't controlling it, I was just trying to get through it.
Right. And it sounds like very little to no me time.
I was just about to say that.
The only me time I got was when I got to go sailing, and sailing was at a minimum because of COVID. So that kind of changed everything, and so my wife was like, Jen's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I don't know. I guess I gotta like change my diet. And she's like, well, I'm not sure it's going to really help what your goals are. So we were talking about, kind of joking as we're driving home, you should go to a gym. I'm like, I'm not going to a gym. Like, I was like laughing at her. I'm like, I'm not going to a gym.
You're not a gym guy.
I'm not a gym guy. Like, and I think what it really came down to was, I run a business. I help my wife and I run our life and our family together. I didn't want to be in control of another thing or learn about something else. And I had no interest in going to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I had no interest in learning about how to exercise. I didn't want to have to try. I wanted someone that was going to say, do this, and do this, and then I'll get the results if I put in the time.
Well, you didn't even want that. You were like,
No, I didn't
I
want
actually
that.
remember your call. Do you remember your call?
No.
Okay.
But it's probably like, I don't really want to do this.
So talk about that call, because I mean,
Well,
I kinda-
let- yeah.
Refresh my
Yeah.
memory. Refresh my memory.
I don't like it. I don't want to do it, but I need to do it.
There you go. That's pretty accurate. That sounds like me, you know?
Yeah. How'd you do it? You asked me. He goes, how'd you do it? I love your journey. Blah blah blah. How'd you do it? But I don't want to do it, and I don't whatever else. And I'm like, man, just one foot in front of another, and once you start seeing the results, that'll pick up the momentum into wanting more results and liking it. And yeah, that was our first.
But I think that makes sense. I mean, I definitely saw your pictures and your social media things, and I was like, wow, you look great. Like, I think it was very cool what you were doing. And for me, I wasn't as worried about an extreme transformation. I needed something that was going to just stop the trajectory of where I was going,
Right.
and slightly shift it.
It's a great point.
You know, when Jeremy and I first started with this whole thing, I was like, he's like, what are your goals? And what do you want to do? I'm like, quite frankly, I don't want to have man boobs. Was that not my first goal?
I mean, I think that's an amazingly big goal. That's the thing. You're doing something that you had no intention of ever wanting to do, and you still made the decision to do it.
Right.
True. And that's kind of the way it is, though. You got to make a commitment to something, and whatever it is. And my commitment was that I wanted to change the way that I was looking, and not because it looked bad in clothes, because no one could really tell. But like, Jen and I joke about it. So I have this like blue Lululemon shirt, whatever. It's like a button down, and I don't know, like a polo, kind of one of these things. Had it for like 6-7 years, whatever. And when I first got it, it was my favorite shirt. I wear it all the time. Like, not intentionally, it just kind of happens, you know? You go in your closet, you pick that same shirt over and over again. You know, about 1.5 years ago, I stopped wearing it because I put it on one day. I was like, looked in the mirror and I was like, I can't wear this. It looks freaking terrible.
Right.
And so, fast forward to about 2 weeks ago, we had were rearranging our closet. So my entire closet was out of my closet. Not that anyone really cares, but so in the process of all this, I had to try on all these clothes because anything I was not going to fit in or wear, I wasn't putting it back in.
Right.
So that's why I realized all these button downs don't fit. All these shirts were too tight, and it wasn't too tight like where it like didn't look good. It was like I couldn't get it over my head and on my shoulders. It just didn't fit. I looked like a fat guy in a little coat. Like, it was terrible. Like that joke, you know, Chris Farley. Anyway, so I put the blue shirt on, and I walked in and I had a smile on my face. I would say it was the first time in this whole exercising thing where I like had a smile about like the transformation. I was like, it fits. I don't look like I'm stuffed sausage in this shirt. And Jen was like, you look really good in the shirt. It fits again. I think that was part of my goal. It was I wanted that shirt to look.
How'd you feel?
I felt good. I was smiling. I felt good about it. You know, it wasn't.
And felt good about yourself, and that's what's key. And that all this work that you are putting in, and this the time that you're putting in, the work, it's paying off.
Absolutely. You know, it's like anything. You know, in my real estate business, I tell my agents, you know, if you don't go to work, you can't do something, and you can't accomplish your goals. You know, I don't care what your business is, what your job is, what your training is. You know, I really equated it to my sailboat racing, to my business side of it. You need a coach. People like coaches. People like cheerleaders. People need that extra push. And all the successful people in whatever they do have a coach, you know. I have some friends that are Olympic athletes for sailing. They've got some of the best coaches in the world. I've raced in world championship events for sailing. I've had great coaches in business. I've gone to classes and had great coaches. I needed that coach that was going to be good for me in this, but also where I give Jeremy a lot of credit, he knows exactly when to push me, but not to push me too far. And
Right.
he has that good balance and that good demeanor.
Because one day we did push Seth a little bit too far. But I think that was when you came back from Nashville.
I think it was a combination of everything. But that was a fire line. I'll never forget that. There's the last bit of Nashville coming out.
Yeah.
But it's like anything. You have to find your limits of your comfort level, right? And know how far you can push yourself at whatever it is. You know, whether it's exercise, whether it's your business, whether it's your family life. But like this morning, you know, I was up at 6 a.m., you know, getting the kids ready, doing my life and doing our routine. And I'm out the door by 6:25, 6:30. It's what, 2:45, 2:30 now? It's a long day for most people.
Right.
And I still got, when we're done here, we all still have things to do. Keep going, right? You have things you gotta do. You have things you gotta do, whether it's life, family, things. The interesting thing for me is I never wanted to put the time or commitment into this, not because I deep down didn't want to do it. I think I didn't have the right person to work with me on it,
Right.
if that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense.
And
Thanks,
that's-
man. I think that's a compliment, right?
It's
It's a big compliment.
It's a true
Thank you.
for me, that's a huge compliment
Man,
because
appreciate it.
I think that comfort level with you about it is it's your demeanor, it's your routines, and it's your joking nature that I think gets you through the different things, especially the beginning phases, because anyone can dedicate their time and learn how to coach someone in something if they have a passion for it. You got that next level that you make, at least for me, made me feel comfortable where it didn't have to be awkward. It didn't have to be, you didn't make me feel stupid for not knowing what I was doing. Like, I still know what I'm doing. I don't pay attention to it. I don't want to fill my brain with the actual what I'm doing, how it works and what it is. Not that I don't care, but I don't care.
You're concentrating on doing the routine.
That's
You're
right, that's
putting
right.
your mindset in your muscles.
You got it. That's what I view for. For me, that's what it's about. It's about going there knowing that I have complete faith in what you do, what you're gonna have me do. I'm not gonna hurt myself, you're not gonna push me too hard, and I'm not gonna do the forms the wrong way. I'm not gonna go to a gym by myself and go lift some weight and twist the wrong way, pull my back out, and now I'm no good to my wife or my kids or my business for 3 weeks while trying to heal.
Or yourself, right? Yeah, the risk reward is not worth it. We tell our clients all the time that want to push the weight, right? They're at 30 pounds, 40, 50, and they keep putting, and I'm like, calm down, slow down. It's not worth the risk reward. The extra muscle you think you're getting is not worth the injury, and then you're 3 months out of the gym, or life, or whatever else, like you're saying. But I got to tell you, I'm looking over. I see you guys train, and you're lifting some big boy weight now.
Oh, I appreciate it. But you know what's funny about it? I have no idea. Like, Jeremy's like, oh, you're at a play. I'm like, cool, what's a play? Like,
Yeah.
and that's where maybe I'm different, maybe I'm normal, for me, it's about doing, it's about the exercise. You know I'm at 2 days a week now. I need to be a third day at home. Life gets in the way. I know that in the process, I need to add a third day. Jen and I have already talked about, like, because she and I, we're in this together. For me to succeed at doing this with Jeremy, I need my home life and I need my support of my family.
Right.
So my wife is my support, where if she covers when I'm at the gym, no different than when she goes and exercises and she does Pure Barre and some other different things that she does, I have to cover for her,
Right.
So we have to be a team. So
They call that a marriage?
most
I don't
most people do.
Oh, okay.
Well, the good,
I don't know, just asking.
Well, the good ones do, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know. But yeah,
Partnerships, marriages.
that's what it all is, right? But I needed that support to be able to do this, because I didn't have that support. I mean, a couple of days in the beginning, I was really sore. Like, I couldn't get out of bed the next day for like an extra half hour, and I was moving slow. If I didn't have that support of my wife to do that, then who knows what would happen. I would have probably given up. But she was supportive of me, and it really, that helped along the process.
Right on.
Yep.
That's super important. So you've never really worked out before in a.
No.
What were your thoughts about it, and what's your thoughts? I mean, you've kind of already said
What's
it.
your
but-
thoughts now?
Oh, yeah. What's your thoughts now?
My thoughts now are probably the same as before.
Great.
No, all kidding aside, I still don't like going to the gym by myself. Like, having you there as my crutch, if you will, I'm fine. I like the results. I don't have a passion for going to the gym. I like the results. I think I texted you when we went away in August for a week or 10 days, and I didn't go to the gym for like a week and a half, and I almost missed it. Like, I think I missed the feeling, it was like a good sore on the muscles, the best way I could describe it.
Right.
You know, I don't want
That's
it every
exactly
day.
what it's called.
Okay, so you went from hating, not wanting to go to the gym, to now you had a moment where you missed it. So I think that's a big jump. You're giving,
Shh,
you
can't tell
you're
anybody
not,
that.
You're not giving it the credit that it is. And as Zero Doubt Club advances and things get better and better, you're going to enjoy it even more and more. There's new things coming, man.
Well, the reality is, I think that
And closer to his home.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Being closer to
And
home.
nice
Yeah.
and nicer.
Yeah, nicer.
You can't
I
get
like
worse.
it. Well, there you go. Well, I think that's it. I think being closer to home, and I think in the transition of what you guys are planning, the third day for me will be a lot easier in that scenario.
What do you do? And I have no idea. What do you do outside of working out with Jeremy? Do you have you stepped up what you eat? Have you do you consciously think of staying active on the off days? Walks, runs, cycle, anything?
Truthfully, nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, I'm lucky. Jen and I.
So
always,
just 2
I
days
mean, but
a week.
you were sailing twice a week.
I'm active, so like yeah.
Yeah.
So like the summertime I race every Wednesday night. I sail at least every Sunday, so a lot of weekends, Saturday and Sunday. As Jeremy would tell you, I was in Annapolis for a week sailing in May. I'm a very active person from that perspective.
Got it.
So I never changed anything. Like, I eat fairly healthy as far as our lifestyle at home. I haven't changed my diet. I haven't really changed a whole lot of anything.
Right.
Except for that I have added something major in that has changed and shifted my life.
Yeah.
And you look like that after just 2 days a week.
I know, right?
With,
That third day,
with some sailing
get
built
ready.
in. Yeah.
Get ready.
Well,
You're
and-
going to be cut.
I guess I think there's a bit also, I didn't think about it until right now, but there's another piece of that really got me to trigger going. I ski and snowboard in the winter, and this winter I was really getting back into snowboarding, and I had a nasty wipeout on my snowboard, and I really hurt my left side of my back, where like literally it hurt to sleep for like 5 weeks,
Wow.
and that was like February, March, and I think with a combination of looking at that picture plus that injury, if I had been in the gym, if I had built the muscle, I had been more active, I think that injury either wouldn't have occurred because I would have been able to get myself out of the position, never fallen, or I would have recovered quicker because I would have had that other muscle built up in there, the stretching and the other things that I was never into.
That's a great point.
So I think I really look at it.
Maybe. Very possible. I mean, I know it's better to have more muscle than less muscle. So,
It could have been any of the above. And I might still hurt myself, but I think that for me it was a trigger. Plus being able to go skiing more and longer and have that endurance.
And strength, additional strength.
I feel stronger.
Right?
I mean,
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
tell
yeah.
you, I have felt a difference even this summer sailing than I have in previous years. Things that were winding me, and when I'm active on the boat, I was getting winded a lot earlier.
Right.
I had more strength longer in some of the bigger activities than I did before.
good. All that circuit training is paying off.
It definitely is.
Circuit training,
I gotta give credit.
core. Your core is probably
Oh,
five times.
we incorporated core in all circuit training.
Yeah, perfect.
I like to bust his chops, but he knows that I couldn't do any of this with him, and I'm not going anywhere. And I'm looking forward to, I think, the next steps of building
Yeah.
and my muscle mass to be stronger. I don't really do it for the physical look per
Right.
se, as much as for me, it's about strength and being healthy.
Let's get you ready for winter skiing.
Exactly.
That's coming up, and then we'll see how you feel and what's different.
I'll be very curious to get on skis and my snowboard and see how I feel and what the difference is about.
For sure.
I'm a skier too. I can tell you, just running, cycling, when I've done it before and now I'm doing it, night and day. Night and day, you feel it. You feel your strength. You feel your stamina. You feel your breathing. Everything is so different. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you. You're going to enjoy it so much more.
A lot of transformation in this room.
A lot of transformation.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so what's next? Any short-term goals for you? 30, 60, 90 days out?
I think my real goal is to add a third day in. I think that's probably the real goal. Get it more, be more consistent with that third day, whether it's at home or whether it's in the gym. I think in wintertime it'll be easier for me. I'm not sailing as much. Kids are in school, more consistent schedule to get the extra third day in.
Nice.
I think life will be more consistent for me. I think that's a big goal for me. Beyond that, I want to just kind of keep working on what I'm working on. I don't have any I haven't fully accomplished it, but I think the man boobs are going away, so I think I'm kind of feeling better about that.
Yeah, 6 months. That's good.
I feel comfortable with that.
That's amazing.
I like the way that my clothes fit better.
Again, it didn't go on the negative trajectory. He went into the positive trajectory, and now sees the light, has the zero doubt that he's going to get to know man boobs.
And here's the thing. I mean, even though Seth trains twice a week and he knows he wants to train 3 times a week, he shows up twice a week.
Right.
I'll give you that credit. When you show up, you show up. And you show up every day, and it's no half-assing. So 6 months of showing up, even
Nice.
twice a
So
week,
that's
twice a week will get results.
Good job.
Well, I guess that's true, and that's my personality. I tend not to be a gray area. I'm either in or I'm out. And
Right.
Jeremy asked me initially when we first talked, hey, this is a 3-month commitment. And I go, I'm in. And he goes, what do you mean you're in? I'm like, I'm in. Like, I commit to, he goes, you've never been to a gym and you're committing now? I'm like, if I'm in, I'm in.
Made the decision.
And that's the way I am. Not everyone does that.
And like you said,
know.
I mean, everyone's quote unquote rock bottom, right, is different. Yours was the picture of the man boobs and getting hurt. Mine was very similar, 255 pounds. Jeremy did it for happiness and loneliness and that type of thing. So people have different levels of, I can't take it anymore. I need to change that trajectory the other way. And you're a perfect example of, you didn't wait till you got fatter and depressed and whatever else. You hit it on the head as soon as you saw
And
it.
here's the thing.
Get beyond what you liked.
Here's the secret to achieving momentum and success is do what makes you uncomfortable. And if that's going into the gym that made you so uncomfortable, you still did it. Now the momentum of like, man, I can handle and do anything. You just got to do it. We got to do what's uncomfortable to us.
Always.
Oh, 100%. I don't care if it's exercising, it's business venture, working in your own industry, if it's going after something you've never done in your business, or it could be something as simple as, going to the pretty girl in the bar and going and ask her out on a date. I agree with you. You got to try and do things that make you feel uncomfortable to go to the next level. And I'm a big fan of that, and I coach that to my team members. I coach that to my employees.
Nice.
I have a big problem with hypocrites, so I didn't want to be one.
Nice.
Nice, dude.
That's strong.
Yeah, that's waking up.
That's the title of this. That's the title
That's
of this
a good
podcast.
title for the podcast, actually.
It's a good one. It's a good saying.
There you go. Back it up.
Boom.
Good.
Seth Young in the house.
But what about you guys?
You may want to trademark it.
Nah.
We'll trade.
You guys trademark. So what about you guys? What's next for Zero Doubt? Tell me what's going on.
Oh, Eric, go ahead. Tell them the news.
No, we've got the spaces. Everything's verbal and done. Now it's just paperwork and spaces, plural, which is
Plural.
big and exciting. Our marketing team doesn't even know
We
yet.
have a temporary space, like 2 weeks, while the primary space is being built.
And
But
then
the temporary space is going to stay a primary space as well. They're like half a mile apart from one another, even less, right?
So the whole world is finding out about this as we speak.
There you go.
But
So
with
Seth asked the question.
next few podcasts will be about that in specifics and so on. We've grown way beyond what we thought we would pre-gym. Just the fact that we have 15 private training clients, 20 meal plan clients, and it's still growing. We're talking and we're kind of just saying, just wait. We have two that I've said in the last week. I've said just wait. We're a couple weeks away. We don't want to take them to Twinsburg and start and then move. So man, this is a blessing, and it's amazing, and getting testimonials like yours, and
You guys are good at what you do. Look, the reality is, anyone can take someone and go into a gym and yell at them to try and do exercises, and the odds are they'll go a couple times, maybe a handful of times, and then they'll quit. What the combination of you guys are trying to accomplish, and again, I have more experience in time talking to Jeremy, but I've known you a long time. A big part of it's your demeanor, it's your attitude. It's, knowing when to push and not push too hard. It's knowing how to give motivation, but also give that funny little smirk you have and be like, dude, get off your ass and do this.
right.
And you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
See that laugh right there? But that's a part of it, and that's a gift. That's what gets someone like me up off my ass, because just yelling at me from across the room while someone's on their phone is not going to get me to do things. Right. You're in there with me doing it, and it feels to me like you're a partner with my goals and my exercising versus just being a coach. If that makes sense.
Thanks, man. Seriously,
it's the truth.
So talk to us about life outside the gym. Like, has your family, besides your wife and kids, seen a difference? Do you get compliments from friends that maybe haven't seen you? What do they say specifically?
I hadn't really seen a difference. A couple months ago, maybe a month and a half ago, I bumped into someone I haven't seen in over a year at the grocery store, and a good friend of mine, she looked at me and said, "You look different. Have you been exercising? Like, what's going on?" I said, "Actually, I have been." And she's like, "Seth, you look great. No, I'm really proud of you." And I had a lot of those kind of encounters, which has been very flattering. My family and friends that have seen me regularly, some have noticed the change, some haven't. My mother has noticed the change. She said, "You look good." That was very nice of her. I do it for me. I'm doing it because I want to, not for other people, which I think is my goal. It's very nice to get compliments. Everyone likes to get a compliment, right? That's human nature. Everyone likes to, "Oh, you look great. Oh, you look pretty, honey." Everyone likes that, right?
No, I always say I don't need a pat on the back, but they're nice.
Absolutely. So outside of it, that's that,
Right on.
Been married for 14 years, have 3 kids. For me personally, it's been a big transition year. My oldest is in middle school.
Do you feel yourself different with the kids? Just maybe a little bit more active?
More energy. Like I have twin 5-year-old boys that are in kindergarten, and I definitely have more energy to be with them.
It's awesome.
Chasing them around and being part of it, as you can imagine. 5-year-olds are active.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to pick it up here.
What
as
about
they get older?
What about work? What about work? Do you feel, especially the days you work out, you're more productive? Your head's more in the game. Does it trend?
I don't think that really has an effect on me, but I think I've been less. When things don't go my way, I've been less snappy, less frustrated.
That's amazing.
That's
great. That's a better answer than I ever even anticipated. That's amazing.
It doesn't always turn into that, but I think that it's helped get some of my frustrations in life out.
Got it. Got it.
People do different things. Some people go for runs, some people go for a bike ride, some people go to the gun range. Everyone has their own outlet. I didn't think this would be, quote, an outlet for me, but I think it's turned into one.
Nice.
We'll see.
Very nice.
Well, this is great. So in 6 months, we'll do a
follow up after ski season.
After ski season?
Yep.
Ski season.
We'll do a springtime 1 year. All right, we can do that.
Sounds good.
Sounds
Man,
good.
thank you so much for coming on and all the wonderful compliments.
Yeah,
Dude, thank you for having me.
I will see you
You're
tomorrow.
inspiring people.
That's
At
true.
7 o'clock in the morning. Get ready for slow reps, baby.
Tomorrow's Wednesday, isn't it?
Oh, okay, Thursday.
I'll see you Thursday.
Well, maybe this is going to be released and you got to come tomorrow. If it's released on Wednesday.
Fine, if it's released on Wednesday, then I'll come tomorrow, which will be Thursday.
Sorry for confusing everybody.
Right on.
Today,
So
everyone out there, today's Monday, just so you know.
Sunday.
Thursday.
Okay, never mind.
no,
We don't
we're
know.
taping
Goodbye.
as of today. We're taping on September 14th, which is a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday.
And this is going live when, guys? Thursday.
Thursday.
Great. So we want to thank all our listeners. Hopefully this has inspired you and moved you in some way. We're happy to help, happy to answer questions. Please subscribe. Please pass this on to those that need it or want it. And
And the reality is, don't have doubt. Have some trust, have some faith, and you know what? If you have doubt in yourself, give them a call,
because
and you'll turn to having zero doubt. Go to the gym.
What an ending. We're going to have you on every podcast.
Way to
my
close.
friend.
Way to
Yeah, good to
close.
close. All right, everyone.
All right, I'm out.
Thanks.
okay, bye.